Alright guys, we're working on our seat today. This is our Legacy seat base. We already got it dismounted. First one doing that, there's 4 bolts that screw into the back or the underside of this cushion, so you get access to your other bolts to under your upright. This is our new seat base, factory Peterbilt. Well, PACCAR, same thing. As you can see, the difference in height. Haven't measured it, but it's probably, go ahead and put tape on it. About 3 inches lower than we were sitting. Oh hell, we could even put a little bit of air in that seat and get a little bit of cushion. I'm sure other applications are different. So far we're just working on getting our seat mounted to this new base. Our front mounting holes line up. They're nice and elongated. We just had to drill these 2 holes in here to fit those back studs. We just had to hammer these out. They get pressed in. Rob them 2 off of there. They'll come up through there. Might need to add, these spacers were on the old one. Because that plate kind of sticks up. I'm gonna have to find something a little bit thicker so that seat isn't kind of like leaning forward. I mean, so far pretty simple. We still have to work on getting it mounted to the truck. Obviously, that is not going to work. Our floor's flat. But I'm thinking it might just be a matter of drilling some holes. I mean, they sell adapter plates, but honestly, you're wasting your money if you know what you're doing. Worst case, we'll make something up. All right, we got our seat mounted up. Air lines are hooked up. Didn't have to modify too much yet, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go out to the truck, pull some measurements, see if we're gonna get lucky and any of these holes line right up with our truck. That would be cool if it did. Either way, I think I'm gonna make some brackets, that way I can mount the seat further back. By the way, these Legacy seat bases, if you get the low ride, they're like $600–700 without shipping. Maybe if I'm kind and generous, I will leave a part number for you guys on this one. And keep in mind, OEM seat base. OEM's always better. And I think with shipping, we spent $230. Little update here. That's all the way down. Left this off because we're going to have to be able to secure it down. I think I'm going to move the mounting location in the truck. Keep it clean, no brackets. I had to order some new rivet nuts. All I have is metric, you know, put in floor. So probably finish up tomorrow, and then also we're going to go ahead and make our template for the epoxy floor. The wife wanted a TV, so we bought that. I'm like, oh good, I got cardboard to help make a template. Cut a bunch of strips, go around the perimeter, hot glue it, make it real simple, and you just lay it on top with what I'm going to use. Another trick to save a bunch of money, but we're getting there. Back at it today. We have taken that rubber boot off, just give us some working room. We're going to put that back on. if you remember, these brackets came with the seat. I modified them a little bit. So instead of trying to put the bolts through the center, it wasn't going to line up because that seat base is a lot deeper for the bolt pattern on the truck. So what we did was this bracket right here, remember this right here continued on that bend straight. So we bent them back to give us a little bit of a rise in the front. And then this back one has a slight rise only to accommodate for these bolts. So this one worked perfect. Put that right back on. We're going to go ahead and drill 2 new holes right here. And then we'll have 2 in the center down here. I might fill these holes, I haven't decided yet. So that'll make for the, seat removal in and out, easy access to the bolts. It looks clean, factory. No need for a $300 aluminum bracket in your truck. We set this one forward to get the seat sitting a little further back. And I already tested out the truck and she's low. I didn't have any air in it yet, but that's what we're looking for. Here's our finished product. Super clean. Factory. I'll be nice, y'all. There's your part number. Takes a little bit of modification, but if you got a half a brain and some basic tools, I did have to weld the front bracket on. You could have bolted it, but just pulled out little old welder. Other than that, dude, basic tools, man. You don't need nothing fancy. We'll be riding nice and low. Stay tuned for the install. I'll do that another time. We are going to do the epoxy floor next. So it'd be pointless to go ahead and install this seat. But as you know, we live down here in Florida and it's like 110 with the heat index. It's miserable outside. So I'm probably going to go ahead and get the floor prepped, then call it a day until sometime this evening when it cools back off. But yeah, little projects like this, they require a little bit of skill. That's what separates from the guys in this game that have daddy's money. They could just go buy that high dollar seat base and adapter plates and all that stuff. Yeah, I got the money to do it, but why? Why waste your money? Do something a little bit different, cool. Now, I can't take credit for this seat base idea. A buddy of mine's been running them for a long time, and no one could figure it out. Plus, doing like stuff like this, it's more respectable. I've seen some really cool old trucks. You could tell like they do every drop of the work. It might not be 100%, but it's cool. And you know what? I'd rather have that any day over one of these idiots running around a brand new 389 and they sunk $100,000 into it, paid a shop to do all the work, and they call their truck custom and I built this truck. No, the hell you didn't. Shut the fuck up. Ain't no one touching my shit. It ain't perfect, but we'll get there. We will get there. Here you go. Give you an idea. Seat's tall as shit. I'm probably going to go ahead and move these back a hair too. I'm going to get the seat as far back as possible. I'm trying to drive this thing like a Cadillac. We're going to go ahead and ditch this PTO thing. We don't have a PTO, but still has air going to it, so we're going to have to block that off. And excited to actually get a floor in my truck.